Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am here. I am here. It is the homie, main man, made man up in the building. And y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. You did. Once again, it is a honor and a pleasure. I repeat, a honor and a pleasure to be up on here with all of the boxing fam and everybody that come on and slide on through. It's Wednesday night, so you know what that means. It's our time now. You dig? It is our time now. All day, man. It's Wednesday night, man. We made it halfway through the week. Do y'all know what that means? That mean we 2 days away from the weekend, cuz. So that movie you want to go see, that fight you going to go look at, that outfit you about to go buy, that new whip you about to go buy, you about to go do it. If you going on vacation, you going out of town this weekend, you 2 days away, son. You hear me, though? Y'all about to have a good time. All you got to do is get through the next couple days at work and you tell that supervisor to get the hell up out your face. Understand me, though? You know what I mean? It's a pleasure, man. I see I got the fan rolling up in this joint. Oh, shit, up in the building. Alec Cartier in the building, my brother. Denise Ward's in the building, my number one. You hear me, though? Word of the day in the building. What's up with you, family? All day. You know what I'm saying? It is an honor and a pleasure once again, man. I appreciate all the love and support that y'all been showing me, man, all day. But we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to talk about today, and this is going to be a good episode, man. You know, this Dillian White story, right? Shout out to Denise Ward for putting it up in Main Man Made Man's boxing form. This Dillian White story just kind of like messed up my whole lineup, son. Like, I was going to talk about other things. There was things like Maurice Hooker versus Ramirez coming up. We got this Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao Twitter beef thing going on right now. But when this Dillian White story popped out, I say, hold up, wait a minute. Let me put some Made Man in it. You hear me, though? And I had to talk about this situation. I got the homie Cadillac Red up in here. Cadillac Red, shout out to you. Anybody who hear the sound of my voice, go check out the brother Cadillac Red and his crew. Man, yo, they cool in the gang. I checked out their show the other night, man. Fire, family. Fire. You know what I'm saying? Keep on doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm loving it, dog, all day, man. Everybody that come on up in here tonight, man, we got a lot to talk about. But before we get to the good stuff, let's tone it down for a second because we got to keep it 100 for a minute. We're going to bring the energy back, but for right now, hold up. I want to talk about this Maxim, I can't pronounce his last name too well, Dadashev. You know, rest in peace to Maxim Dadashev. We know he passed away after the fight that he had Friday. And the crazy thing about it is that he fought in my area here in the DMV. He fought out there at the MGM Grand. You know, put up a very, very good, respectable performance in which he went out on his sword, he went out on his shield, and we know he lost his life after that fight. You know, Buddy McGurk stopped that fight in the 11th round. It was a tragic, tragic thing. It stopped the boxing world for a second, and it's just tragic, man. Kid that young, on his way trying to make his name here in the States, you know, working his way up the ladder, part of the Aegis Climbers crew. You know, Vasyl Lomachenko, Sergey Kovalev. Who else is over there? Aegis Kalvalauskis, guys like that. He is part of that crew. And, you know, Aegis Climbers has been doing okay with a lot of his Eastern European boxers, bringing them here and making them stars, if you will, such as Kovalev and your Vasyl Lomachenkos. And he was part of that clique, man, you know, and hopefully, you know, he probably was going to end up going somewhere. He had a very good record, 13-0, 11 knockouts. And, you know, it's just a very, very tragic thing. But for anybody who is looking to do anything for the kid, donate to his family or anything like that, he has a GoFundMe account already set up. After I'm done with this broadcast, I will put the link in the description box. If anybody want to give anything to his family, you know, please do. Because, you know, reading about this situation, I found out something new about boxing that I did not know. I did not honestly know that life insurance companies do not provide insurance for boxers. You know what I'm saying? They do not provide insurance for boxers. This is something that I was never aware of, given that their profession, they get hit in the face. They take a lot of injuries. You know what I'm saying? And life insurance, I honestly never knew this. You know, they say that, yeah, rest in peace, Mad Max. That was his name, man. They say he got a $75,000 purse for that particular fight. Of course, he'll have all kind of expenses coming out of that money. And so, you know, his family may need a little help, given that life insurance is not going to help them out. I think that's something that should be talked about seriously. I don't think that's right. I don't know if it's a form of discrimination. I get it. Insurance companies are in it to make money. I get it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, man, boxers are still human. You know, boxers still have families at the end of the day. And boxing is technically considered like their 9 to 5. It's like their job, you know, and just like any of us, if you go to a job, you want benefits. You want some sort of an insurance. You know, we get health insurance, you get life insurance, you get all kinds of insurances. I think it's not right that boxers should not be able to have life insurance. I did not know this was even existing in boxing. It's wrong. It's foul. All because they box and they take punches. You know what I mean? They don't get life insurance. YouTubers, we got to unite on this. Uploaders, we got to unite on this. There ain't no way in hell that we should be sitting here. We talking about everything under the sun, the birds, the bees, the flowers, the trees, but we can't talk about something with some substance. This needs to be addressed. Boxers put their lives on the line each and every fight. Yeah, they get paid well. No question. They should. But at the end of the day, anything can happen in that ring. You know, even, you know, they should have some sort of backup. This reminds me of the stuff that went down, like we say, with the WWE. And how, you know, one of the main reasons that the lady that runs the WWE, what's her name? Linda McMahon. One of the reasons, I remember she ran for like political office. One of the reasons she lost is because all of those wrestlers started to come out during her campaign telling everybody that, look, we ain't got no insurance. You know, we older in our age, our knees, we can't barely get out the bed, nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yo, hit that like button for me as we come on in. You know what I mean? They can't remember things. They had no insurance. This was some sort of scandal. They united and put out a united front on her, and it was no way in hell she was going to win no political office. Rightfully so. That's not right. And it shouldn't be right for boxers. And I'm not going to stand for it. And this is not going to be the last time that I speak on this. It ain't. But anyway, another thing that when I look into this Maxim Dadashev story, another thing that really hits home for me, and I you know, the crazy part is that I wasn't there. I could have went to that actually boxing match. Some things came up and I couldn't make it. And I was going to go too. But one of the things that really hit home to me is when I also read further into this story and I seen, and I don't know if I should speak on this. I don't know if I should. I don't know if I shouldn't, but hey, it is what it is. But the hospital that they took him to, for those who don't know, I'm from DC. I live in the DMV. I know exactly the hospital that they took him to. It's about, give or take, 20, 25 minutes away from me right now. Lala D in the building. What's up with you? Rocket Strikes 89 in the building. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna say this. That hospital that they took him to was called PG Hospital. I'm not a fan. I can't stand that hospital. It is the worst hospital in the area. I wish they would have not took him to that hospital. That is I gotta watch my words here. That is a hospital in this area that's well known that you walk in and you don't come out. I'm gonna keep it there. I've lost a lot of friends. I've lost a lot of family in that place. Close people to me. And I talk to a lot of people and they all feel the same way. I wish they would have never took him there. I really wish they had other hospitals that were closer. And he would have probably had man. I wish they would have took him somewhere else. See, the MGM Grand sits over in Oxon Hill. There are so many. You go up right up Branch Avenue, there's hospitals right there. There are better hospitals they could have took him to, man. And I wish they wouldn't have never took him to that place. I've lost, man. You go in there, coherent. And the crazy thing about Dadashev's case is that, you know, of course, we know he collapsed on the way to the locker room and he was vomiting and everything like that, which, man. And the thing is, he went in and he got a surgery at this hospital. And they then induced a coma after the surgery. And that's where he went at. So it was almost like, man, I can't speak too much on this, man. I don't want to go too deep. It's almost like that, you know, they did. It's like as soon as they got their hands on him or something, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't trust them people. I don't trust that hospital. I don't trust it. I can't stand that place. I wish they would burn it to the ground. Now, if you got relatives, anybody with the sound of my voice that did good in there, then, you know, that's cool. But for the most part, I'm talking all the way back to the 80s, man, when we were losing people left and right on the streets. Like, I'm talking all the way back. Like, for years, that place has been known as a death trap. Wish they would have never took him there. But for everybody else, man, look, just I will put the GoFundMe link in the description box and send something to his family. I plan on giving $100 donation. Give anything you can, 5, 10, 20, whatever. Whatever you can give it. Help them out. They're not getting life insurance. His family can use it. My condolences once again. We're going to move right along. All right. Let's get to the good stuff, shall we? Let me get right in front of y'all, yo. Hold on for 1 second. All right. Now, like I try to tell y'all, man, I was going to talk about other things. Maybe we'll get to Mayweather and Pacquiao. Nobody want to hear nothing about no Mayweather Pacquiao. All right, nobody want to hear nothing about no Mayweather Pacquiao too. Nobody want to hear nothing about these people fighting on Twitter. If you want to hear it, let me know. Then, of course, I will oblige. But at the end of the day, do we really want to talk about that, or do we want to talk about Dillian White? Let me know. Let me know, because I don't really want to talk about that. Boxeo Mexicano in the building was sub. Denise Ward says, so sad. Very sad. Very sad. Rocky Strikes 89 says, what? They took him to PG? Oh, yeah, they took him to PG, fam. They brought him all the way from Oxon Hill and brought him all the way out here to PG. For real. They brought him. That means they had to go through DC, 295 straight shot, right? Through DC to the BW Parkway. They could have took him over Branch Ave. There was other closer hospitals, man. They didn't have to take him there. But that's where they took him at, Rocket Strikes 89. So you know exactly what I know. You know what I mean? You know exactly what I know. Lala D says, yeah, I was side-eyeing that hospital too. Oh, so you know what I'm talking about too, huh, Lala D? That's what it is, sweetie. That's what it is. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That hospital ain't no good, man. I can't get too deep on people who I've lost there, but if I told you to make your head spin, when in there coherent, talk to them the day before they pass, the night. I had a buddy going there one time, asked me, I talked to them that the night before, they like, yo, bro, hey, son, bring me up he tell me bring him snacks, chips, and all this other stuff. He was gone by the next morning. How can you go from bring me some chips, cupcakes, or something good to eat up in here? Man, I don't like this hospital food, Mo. Coherent, everything. Nothing wrong to the next morning. I don't talk to you no more. Oh, my God. Anyway, do y'all want to hear about Floyd, or do we want to hear about Dillian White? Let's get to the good stuff. Dillian White pops dirty. Salute to Denise Ward once again for putting this in Main Man Made Man's boxing forum. If you on Facebook and you ain't in Main Man Made Man's boxing forum, I don't know what to tell you. But check this out. What's up with Dillian? Not Dillian White. Not Mr. I want my shot. Not Mr. I've been waiting for 600 days. Not Mr. Anthony Joshua is on testosterone. Not Mr. Let me jump on Jarrell the Mutant Miller about his drug use. Not him. No, not him. We're going to go deep on this issue right here. Oh, let's tear this issue apart, shall we? Y'all know how I get down with these PED heads. And Dillian White, you ain't no different, homie. You ain't no different. Shocking. It is shocking. Let's get into this, shall we? And keep it a buck. First off, I got issues with this whole story. UCAD, BBFC. Oh, we gonna talk about it, fight fans. We gonna talk about it. Here's the deal. We all know that they're reporting now that Dillian White, and this is a fresh story for me. This one knocked me off guard. Dillian White has said to be pop dirty. And, you know, this happened before his last fight with Oscar Rivas. And according to UCAD, it is their protocol to have an adjudication once someone gets found dirty, in which they test the B sample, and then they make a determination on whether this or not that the fighter was dirty. That's their thing. You know what I'm saying? Here's my deal. This is what I don't understand about this whole situation. Okay, Dillian White is also enrolled in the WBC Clean Boxer program, which uses VADA testing. Now, it was not the testing that caught him. It wasn't the WBC Clean Boxer program and VADA, because if it was, the fight would have never went down, because VADA would have immediately reported it to the WBC, and the WBC would have not sanctioned that fight. No way, no how. They don't play that game. They shut it down immediately. Immediately. So, UCAD, or this is what I don't get about this situation right here. We know that UCAD does not do VADA testing, right? They don't do the gold standard of testing. They have the in and out competition thing going, right? Where you can use certain substances right up to the night of the fight, correct? So you mean to tell me Dillian White could have used all of these substances like Billy Joe Saunders did, and it would have been cool. But you then went and used something that even UCAD don't even mess with. When they already give you, like, hey, you can use this to the day of the fight, that, all of that stuff. What's that stuff that Billy Joe Saunders got caught for? Oxyliofrene or whatever. Remember, he got in trouble here in the United States. He didn't get in trouble in the UK. UCAD said, hey, we don't see nothing wrong. No harm, no foul. What did he do wrong? We over here like that dude is super shredder. What is he putting up his nose? But they over there like, no, he didn't do anything wrong. He's following protocols. What are you talking about? He did it in out of competition time. We don't have no problem with that. So how do you pop dirty in that situation? Whatever. What was you using, Dillian White? Some new stuff? I mean, what was he using? Another thing I don't get is why do UCAD, because they are in conjunction with the BBBFC. BBBFC stands for British Boxing Board of Control. UCAD stands for United Kingdom Anti-Doping, correct? So they don't immediately suspend you and they still allow you to go on and fight. This reminds me of the Tyson Fury situation. Remember? He popped dirty before Klitschko for allegedly using nandrolone, yet they still allowed him to go and face Klitschko. So you mean to tell me UCAD is all in the business of allowing dirty fighters to continue to fight? Now, this is what just throws it all out the window for me. What happens when something wrong goes wrong? What happens when it goes wrong? What happens when someone gets hurt? God forbid someone loses their life. Then UCAD sits back and say, oh, you know what? We should have never allowed that fight. Does the BBBFC take the license then? Oh, they wait till after the fight. The damage has already been done. Oh, yeah. The damage has already been done. And they wait till after the fight. That don't make sense to me. That is stupid. You're already allowing this in competition, out competition thing, which has already got everybody mind blown. Then on top of all of that, you still let fighters go and fight even when they pop dirty for the stuff that you have. Take in mind the adjudication that we're talking about. Oh, yeah. That can last for well over a year. Well over a year. So it can technically be well over a year before they develop a final determination on Dillian White. Now, the only thing I'm confused on, and maybe some of my knowledgeable subs out there can hit me on this, will Dillian White be suspended during this adjudication, or will he still be allowed to fight? That's something I'm wondering. Because they saying it could take over a year, and we know that he got made the mandatory in the Oscar Rivas fight, right? Of course, that fight should definitely be overturned. I think we all agree to that. But, I mean, we're not going to let Dillian White float around here thinking he can still fight. They better take his license immediately. They did it to Tyson Fury. Though Tyson Fury did admit to cocaine use. But they did it to him. They took his shit fast. This is what I don't get. So Dillian White, bro, you embarrassed yourself with this one. This is his second time popping dirty. He also popped dirty back in 2012, though. What's up with Dillian? I knew something was wrong with Dillian. I knew something because, the way, and the crazy part I don't understand, what drug did you take? Because, blood, you came in that joint big, belly all out, looking like a fat blimp. You came in there big. You didn't look all of that super duper strong. Your stamina wasn't all of that. You still kind of started to fade in the final rounds. Like, what was it that this drug did for you? I mean, you've looked better in previous fights than you did in the Oscar Rivas fight. So what did it do? What was the benefit? It damn sure wasn't getting in shape. It wasn't conditioning. Was it breathing? I mean, what was it? I can't wait. They have yet to announce exactly what substance this is. Once again, another future Deontay Wilder opponent possibly has popped up dirty. This Alexander Povetkin, Luis Ortiz, and now throw this dude, Dillian Whyte, who people were vouching for him. Give him his shot. Give him his shot. You can add him to the list now too, because he would have been Wilder's mandatory possibly, right? Well, guess what? Now he's a juicer too. Everybody's juicing for Wilder, right? Shit crazy. Let's see what y'all talking about, man. It's crazy. This is crazy. Man, Boxing Logics United. What up, fam? What's up with you, famo? What's goody? What's goody? Boxio Mexicano. How about Pacquiao fights Spence and Mayweather fights Crawford? How about Pacquiao fights Spence and Mayweather fights Crawford? Boxio Mexicano, you are living in the fantasy land, my man. That would be nice. You dig? That would be nice. But I tell you one thing, I think you're living in the fantasy land with that one. Rocket Strikes 89. After losing Maxim Dadashev, boxers that push hot need to be banned, in my opinion. Absolutely. Absolutely. See, Dillian White, what you don't seem to understand, cuzzo, this is the wrong time. Not now, after we recently just lost a boxer in the ring. And take in mind that the Russian officials are saying that they're going to investigate this thing because Matthias, man, his engine was on a billy. I ain't saying he did anything wrong. I'm just saying his engine, his output, the way he was taking those punches, woo, his engine was on the billy. So investigation will be underway. But this is the wrong time, Dillian White. Well, this thing is still fresh on people's minds. And now we sitting back like, okay, we just lost a fighter. And then here we got big dumbass Dillian White sitting back popping dirty. Oscar Rivas is now an undefeated fighter, ladies and gentlemen. An undefeated fighter. The WBC should immediately overturn this, and this should be ruled as a no contest, something. But this should be immediately overturned. Immediately. Let's see. Lala D says at Denise Ward's. Okay, y'all talking to each other. I left him out. We'll take him out too all day. Denise Ward says UK testing is suspect. Suspect as hell. Suspect as hell. Here we go. But this is what I don't understand about the UK testing. They actually allow you to take certain things up to the day of the fight. This out of competition stuff. And you still pop dirty. You couldn't take none of the stuff they cool with. VADA doesn't even allow that stuff. VADA is like, no, ain't none of it, period. UCAD is like, all right, we cool with it. They something similar to USADA. We cool with it. You know, you can use this up to a certain point. We ain't gonna trip. So why couldn't he have used some of that stuff? Why he had to go find something that they don't like? Or did he just overuse something and then went over into competition time? That's something that has to be explained. I guess it'll be coming out in the near future. Lion Bar, 600 days in the wilderness just to allegedly pop dirty before reaching the promised land. Damn. And I'm glad you said that, Lion Bar, allegedly, because these articles are early. And I normally don't report on early stuff this early, but this one is just, yo, the way, normally if it's on Boxing Scene, it's usually extremely credible. Let's just keep it all the way 100. Boxing Scene is the go-to place for most people's, news or whatever, boxing news. So you would think if they're talking about this, it's normally credible. But 600 days alleged, you 600 days in the #1 spot. You protest, you threaten Eddie Hearn. You said I'll leave Matchroom. You said I'll leave the zone. You read the small print in your contract and you started to play the promoters against each other. Like, who want me? Who want me? Yeah. What are you going to do now? And now you pop dirty for the second time in your career. Damn. Leaving Eddie Hearn in a situation where Anthony Joshua has to win. Because Dillian White was the plan B. Well, guess what? That plan B just took a bunch of steroids. He's a PED head. What are we going to do about that, bro? What are we going to do about that? It is what it is. Law Survivor says steroids. Yeah. Crazy how people say Pac on roids for looking good while White pops dirty and looks bad. That's what I'm saying. Hey, Law Survivor, what the hell was he taking, man? Like, what was he taking? It didn't really make his performance go up. It didn't help his conditioning. Stamina was Still the same old Dillian White. What did it do? What did you take? You did. Like, what was it? What did it do? That's what I cannot wait, man, till they announce exactly what this stuff did. Maybe it helps him with his breathing or whatever. That dude was one of the biggest weights I've ever seen, Dillian White. If I recall correctly, I think he came into the ring at 259 pounds. So what the hell did it do? Makes no sense to me, man. Makes no sense to me. Lion Bar says if White's B sample is positive, which is likely, Rivas will become the interim WBC champion and #1 contender. And all day, it is what it is. You won't hear no arguments from me over that. White blew his shot. See, Dillian White, you had it, bruh. You did it your way. You did it your way. You know, you said, forget what the WBC talking about. I'm going to do it my way. Forget what Deontay Wilder's talking about. I'm going to do it my way. Forget what Eddie Hearn is talking about. I'm going to do it my way. You did it your way, and there you go. It's all gone. You got there. You got there, though. And as soon as you get there, it's about to be taken all away from you. That is sad. That is sad. I'm happy Wilder didn't fight him now. I'm so happy. Another juice head. Call him Juicy Juice. Oh, my goodness, man. It's crazy. Lion Bar says the BBBFC. Oh, man, skipped on me. Hold on, homie. The BBBFC is the commission. They are in charge of licenses. UK is the test. Yeah, I'm hip to that. So that's what I'm wondering. Like, will the BBBFC take his license in the meantime between his license to fight in the meantime between time? Or will they wait till this adjudication thing is over, which can be over a year? And like I say, in Tyson Fury's case, while he was going through his whole little adjudication investigation or whatever the hell he want to call it, he wasn't fighting. I don't want to see Dillian White in the ring. He is a juice head. That's all he want to run around and accuse Anthony Joshua of being on testosterone, of everything under the sun, applying for TUEs. You can't be a hypocrite. You can't do that, bruh. You can't go around talking about other fighters, how dirty they are, you thinking they are allegedly, and you running around here filthy. But nobody ain't say nothing about you, though. And no one ever really even suspected you, Dillian. That's the crazy part. None of us ever accused Dillian White of being a juice. I know I haven't. Even though he popped up dirty back in 2012. And I always knew that. But I never brought it up. But this is your second time. So I have no remorse for you. I want to see you banned. I want to see you kicked out my sport. I want to get your dirty ass up out my sport. Sit down right there beside Jarrell Big Mutant Miller. Oh, I'm going in on you, bruh. Because you ran around accusing other fighters of being dirty, cousin. You filthy. Man, Dillian White, bruh, it's crazy because I actually liked the Dillian. I used to give him shit, but I liked him. I thought he was a rugged fighter. I thought he'd give anybody a hard time at the heavyweight division. And now that he had just recently beat Oscar Rivas, I had no problem with him being the mandatory. I was good with that. Now, see, man, you and Tyson Fury deserve each other. Y'all go fight. Go fight for that weak-ass WBO. Y'all deserve each other. Y'all really do. Boxing Logic United says, question, did he not test clean with VADA? They never indicated whether or not VADA even tested him or not. We don't. That's just more information that we got to wait to come out. And this is the thing. I got issues with the WBC clean boxer program as well. Because how the hell did the UK catch you and they didn't? That's a great question. That's a good point. I have my issues with that. This is what I be saying about the WBC clean boxer program. Some people get tested, some people don't. You know, it gets slipped out. You know, people were mad at Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman. I heard Eddie Hearn recently come out and tell about some, well, people think that Pacquiao is juicing. And then the Pac-Tods jumped down Eddie Hearn's throat and he immediately retracted it. Like, well, I'm not saying that he's juicing. I'm just saying what people think. Hey, them Pac-Tods come ham, bro. They don't be playing, man. But we got to wait till that information comes out. I don't want to confirm or deny that Boxing Logic United, but I just know that they are not the ones that caught him. And UCAD did. And that speaks volumes to me because UCAD standards are lesser than VADA in the WBC clean boxer program. So how did they catch them, but y'all didn't? What the hell are y'all doing? WBC kicked more money into that program. $10,000 a month is not enough. 5 testers is not enough. You got over 400 boxers that you're supposed to be testing, and yet people are barely getting tested. This WBC clean boxer program is a great start. It's a great start, but it's not the end all be all. It's not. It has its issues. Hopefully, over time, the WBC will become aware that this thing needs more funding, and we got to kick it in gear to make sure that this is a clean sport. But as right now, that's just something they saying that the VADA didn't catch him boxing logic. So we'll move right along, man. It says, let's see. Alacardier says, man, this is the same area of the world that glorifies that cycling shit, where all them boys on EPO, they could care less, fam. Yeah, man, they got some of the worst testing in the world, man. Some of the worst tests and the worst protocols to go along with it, because you still you don't stop fighters from fighting after they pop. I'll go back to this one more time. Tyson Fury popped the fight before Vladimir Klitschko, not Vladimir, the fight before, in which he claimed he was eating wild boar. Him and his cousin Huey Fury, right? Well, guess what? Huey Fury continued to fight. Tyson Fury, well, he still went on to face Vladimir Klitschko and earned his name. Yet he had popped the fight before. So what kind of protocols do they got over there, man? The good thing I can at least give the WBC or the VADA or whoever the clean box, the second that they find out, it's done. Ain't no weights, no adjudications and wait to do. No, the second we find out, fight's off. We not sanctioned. WBC is not going to sanction it. They ain't going to sanction it. And I heard somebody earlier mention this about Manny Pacquiao. Like, you know, people are saying about his performance. The only thing I got to say about Pacquiao is this, and I'm going to keep it 100. I don't care if y'all like it or not, but we got to keep it real, right? Pacquiao, as well as Keith One-Time Thurman, are supposed to be enrolled in the WBA fair boxing program, where they test the top 5 ranked fighters, including the champions. Why wasn't they caught back? Why wasn't the WBA fair boxing program instituting VADA? They use VADA as their testing. Why wasn't they tested by at least that program? Yo, man, we got to ask these questions in light of what recently happened. These are not bad questions to ask. You can't be enrolled in the WB. Say, oh, we got a drug testing program, but nobody ain't getting tested. That don't make sense. When the last time we even heard anybody getting caught by the WBA fair boxing program? And do you know how many suspect boxers have been enrolled in the WBA? These programs need better funding, and they got to get better. But that UCAD stuff, that's a joke. That is a joke. A straight up laughable joke. Real talk. Law Survivor says, let's see if Eddie Hearn has the same energy about drug cheats being permanently banned like he said about Miller. Oh, his tune gonna change. Well, you know, I said that about Miller because he had 3 substances in his system. See, Dillian White only had 1. So we understand, you know, things happen. You can go to the GNC, you can go to the CVS and get something across the counter, and it may, like Billy Joe Saunders did. So we okay. Oh, he gonna swing it. Swing it. Expect Eddie Hearn to come out on a spin cycle. Well, you know, why did the WBC clean boxing program get him? Why didn't VADA get him? Why? So that means something is wrong, because UCAD got them, but they didn't get them. So we need to investigate them because we got to make sure that this doesn't happen. And then, you know, reinstate Dillian White. He's going to spin the hell out of it, cuz. He's going to have everybody like, yo, what the hell did he just say? I mean, I heard him say, I see him saying something. I just ain't know what he said. He just said, only part I caught was Dillian White should get his license back. But the rest of it was just a bunch of crap. That's Eddie Hearn for you. Whitey Boy Fresh, family in the building. What's up with your homie? What's goody? What's goody? Joe 56984. Dillian White has announced a press conference for tomorrow. Okay. That's what I need to hear right there. Now, I don't know what this press conference is going to hold. Maybe he'll fight these allegations. or maybe he'll come out and apologize. Which one is it? Because remember when Jarrell Big Baby Miller popped? Well, he came out straight up with the bold face like, I ain't do nothing. I am clean. I did nothing to nobody. I don't know what they talking about. It's a lie. I've been set up. I'm calling the president. Somebody let me know something. It turns out he was filthy. So I'm dying to hear what Dillian White got to say. I hope it's bullshit, to be honest with you. Boxing scene reputation is on the line for this. I hope it's crap. I truly do. Boxing scene, not just boxing scene, but a bunch of whole other sports articles, a lot of them. But at the end of the day, credibility is on the line here. Those are some serious allegations. Serious, especially from a fighter that has recently gained everything and becoming the WBC mandatory. Especially for a fighter that has, this is big, bro, who's already tested dirty once. So if you've already tested dirty once and got in trouble back in 2012, the punishment this time around can be much harsher. I hope this is not bullshit. So boxing scene credibility and amongst the other publications' credibility will definitely be on the line if they come out and this is a hoax. I'm dying to hear what Dillian White got to say, cuzzo. I'm dying to hear it. Yeah, man. Boxing Live says, "What's up, champ? I'm in the building, so we ain't shouting any other one." That's my homie right there. Salute to him, man. Go check out the homie Boxing Logic United DMV fam right there. Yo, man, keep grinding, family. Keep doing your dizzle over there. I checked your last one, man. You keep doing your thing, homie. Real talk. Ronnie Boy Fresh, he might have waited too late to cycle off. Could be Ronnie Boy Fresh. Could be. That's what I was saying earlier. I don't know if it was a thing of just taking something that was actually on their ban list that you couldn't even take in out of competition time, or it could have been an issue where he was just taking it in out of competition time and just never stopped. Crossed the line, went too far. You didn't cut it off within that, what is it, that 12-hour window or something like that. You didn't cut it off in time. Could be. Didn't flush out right. Didn't cycle off properly. You know what I'm saying? Could be. We got to figure out, we got to hear this out. It doesn't matter at this point because I don't even like their protocol anyway. You dig? I don't like it anyway. Why are you taking any goddamn thing? You know, when you running around accusing other fighters of being dirty, when you running around accusing Anthony Joshua of putting in TUEs every fight for a testosterone, that's a serious allegation. I've never really spoken on that on this channel. Y'all noticed that. I know a lot of my fam out there noticed I've never gotten involved in that issue. I could have. I just didn't. Because I always thought that, you know, hey, till he get caught, till he pops, that's just my position on it. But Dillian White is putting this in the atmosphere. He's telling us Americans who had no clue about this, UK, we didn't know nothing about that. It was Dillian White who came over here telling us that. So we taking Dillian White's word. We didn't know nothing about that. And you put that out there, and now you popping. Dillian White, man, you better hope this is bull crap, because if it ain't, cuzzo, you done. You did. Boxing Logic says, let's see what the deal, let's see what's the deal till the sample B comes back. The only thing about that, Boxing Logic, yeah, the B sample may come back, but the so-called final adjudication that they talking about may take up to a year, over a year in most cases. So we will see, man. If hopefully Dillian White got that time. Ronnie Boy Fresh said, so basically we about to see White versus Miller real soon. Battle of the PED Kings. You know what I'm saying? The whole building gonna be shaking that night, Ronnie Boy Fresh. Hey, battle of the PED Kings. That'll be a good fight now. I'm good with it. No rules. They can fight. They can put them in a cage or something. Put like, you know what I'm saying? Put them in a cage and they're going to both be in that thing like foam coming out of their mouth. They be in that joint. You know what I mean? Bare knuckle it. Just do bare knuckle boxing. Dillian White versus Jarrell the Mutant Miller. It will be epic. Epic, fam. Epic. You know what I mean? Oh, shit says, that's that powder, blood. That powder, man. You think that's what it is? You think it's the powder, fam? Man, they better not come out and say Dillian White on that powder, Mo. They better not do that, man. They better not do that. Rob Rook Davies, what's up with you, fam? What's up with you, man? What's goody? What's goody? Man. Y'all, Ronnie Boy Fresh says, Yard is not juicing. Don't put that on my youngin'. Nah, I'm not putting that on Yard, man. I couldn't do that until he I need proof. I'm a proof type of, when you talk about drug testing, I need proof. But I'm still skeptical in that Pacquiao Thurman fight. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care what none of y'all say. You dig? Renee Box Young in the building. I got family in the building. Renee Box Young, everybody who hears sound my voice, go check out family. Renee Box Young, keep doing your thing, family. Keep building that channel, man. I'm loving the vids, family. I'm loving the vids. He says that Ronnie Boy Fresh, I hope he ain't juicing because Yard is one of my favorite boxers, champ. Nah, I don't see Yard doing that. He's too young and he got too much to lose. I was honestly listening to his trainer, Atunde Ajayi, earlier, man, and he was saying that his inspirations were Roger Mayweather and Floyd Mayweather, the way they work together, man. You know, one thing I like, a lot of people get turned off by Atunde. I like him. I like him. He always upbeat. He's always motivational as hell. He's like a younger version of Chris Eubanks Sr. You know what I mean? He's always energetic. He's always turned up. He give you poems. He give you all metaphors, and he just always upbeat. Some say he overtalks. He talks too much trash or whatever the case may be, and he's a little too arrogant. But I like him. I honestly like him. He's motivational as hell. Every time I listen to that dude talk, he just like uplifts you. You know what I mean? Shout out to Atunde Ajayi, man, all day. Renee Box Young says, hey, Lala D, I know you forgot you cold, girl. Okay, y'all chatting it up. Yo, all day, man. Renee Box Young says, yo, thanks for the support, man. I don't expect you to support like that, fam. I am flattered, bro. Hey, bro, you fam. You know, you been rolling with me, homie. Man, I look out for all the fam. You did. All the fam. Any of y'all out there that got a channel, let me know. I will definitely be there leaving comments in your comment section all day. You know what I'm saying? All day. Ronnie Boy Fresh says Atunde is my guy. Yeah, he cool peoples, man. He cool peoples, man. But Dillian White, though, man, you better have something real good to say tomorrow, cousin. We gonna be hanging on every word. If you say anything less than I am not a dirty fighter, everybody going in. Everybody. If you say anything less than I didn't do this, you're done. You are done. Your reputation will be slaughtered here in America. Slaughtered. I know Eddie Hearn is in damage control mode. Like, what do I do? What do I say? How do we do this? How do we arrange this? He got to be running around in damage control mode right now. I hope it's crap, bro. That's all I can tell you. Because if not, you done, cousin. You done. We not checking for you, and hopefully you'll get a main suspension. You know, I got my brother Orlando Finney in the building. What's up, homie? What's good? He with you. Naturally strong. What's up with you? Hit that like button for my main man all day. You know what I mean? We putting in work out here. It's Wednesday night, fam. But that's what all I'm saying, man. And so, as for, like I said before, as for Dillian White, man, and I'm going to leave it with this. We'll to be continued, this fight, fans. This is not done. This is not over. But Dillian White, you better hope and pray. I already know the B sample ain't coming back clean. That never happens. You better hope and pray that there's some sort of exit ramp out of this. Some sort of exit ramp out of this. If not, Oscar Rivas deserves to be exalted. He deserves to have this overturned, and he deserves his shot. You had to juice for Oscar Rivas, bruh, and you want to get in there with Wilder? Are you tripping? Man, get the fuck out of here, cuzzo. Get out of here. You know what I mean? To be continued. To be continued. Orlando says, I'm good, bruh. Main man, made man, and the best boxing channel on YouTube. That's my brother right there. Much love to my man, Orlando Finney, man. Much love to you, man. Yeah, man. And I'm just caught off guard with it. I'm a little surprised by it. You know, this let me kind of, because I'm still kind of new out. Just let me make sure I'm not overlooking anything that I wanted to talk about this whole situation. But like I said before, man, this is just terrible, bro. This is just terrible. And Thomas Hauser dropped this information too. Thomas Hauser, infamous Thomas Hauser, the same man who came out and one that put Floyd on notice about that TUE thing that he got caught with the IV. That was Thomas Hauser. Mr. Thomas Hauser still on the job. You know what I mean? He ain't playing, man. So Thomas, you know, the thing is, and that's another reason a lot of people may even be skeptical, because, you know, when Thomas Hauser came out and talked about Floyd when he got caught with the IV in his arm and the whole nine, a lot of people didn't believe it. So maybe people see Thomas Hauser has a credibility issue, but we'll see. We'll see. You said Renee Box Young says, yeah, because White has been looking real bad right now. Yeah, he's looking real bad. And I ain't talking about just the haircut, homie. He looking real bad out here. It's gonna be a shame if Dillian White has to get removed from the ranks because he is a good heavyweight. I can't take that away from him. He's a good heavyweight. I wasn't super impressed with his Oscar Rivas performance, but I actually thought he did a good job with keeping Oscar Rivas at bay with them long arms. That jab, he was keeping him at bay with that hard, stiff jab. I thought he did a good job with that. But whatever, man. Whatever, man. It is what it is, man. And so we'll to be continue this, and we'll pick this up as the week go on. I probably won't have enough time tonight, fight fans, to keep it 100 with you to cover Ramirez and Hooker. So I'm gonna give it his own video. I promise y'all before the fight, I will do another live stream of We Talking Boxing, maybe Thursday or Friday night, and we'll give that some major time to shine because that's a major fight. That's a major fight that deserves its own conversation. But as for the Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao Twitter beef, let me just leave it at this. Only thing I want to hear about that situation is which young fighter going to call out and shut this shit down. Last time it took Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo was one of the only fighters that came out at the time like, nah, Floyd, forget Manny. All right, I'm a champion right now. What's up? Come see me. I want you. Young boys, shut this down. If you want this not to happen, shut it down. Put it out there. Young boys, let them know. Let these old cats know. You want to come back into the sport? No, we running the sport now. Don't let Floyd come back and take your shines. Do not let Floyd come back and take your shines. Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, where y'all at? Where the stars of the game at, huh? Don't let Floyd come back and just get comfortable doing and saying what he want to say. Challenge him. Keep him away from boxing. Challenge him. Don't let him come and rob the bank while y'all sitting back in awe of him like he's some sort of unicorn or something. You know what I mean? Shut it down. Let Floyd know if you coming back into this ring, this is my ring now. I run this ring. No, you and Manny had y'all chance. If you want to make an interest back into the sport, you got to go through me. Make it be known. Spook his ass away from the sport. It's the only way. I don't think it's going to happen anyway, but still, don't let Floyd come back to the sport and take y'all shine. Y'all, these divisions are heating up. Welterweight is doing just fine right now. We don't need Floyd coming back, getting into the mix. Young boys, challenge him. Adrian Bronner, you ain't got shit to lose. Challenge him. Keith, Manny, no, not Manny. Keith, Danny, Earl, Sean, Terrence, one of y'all. Let Floyd know he is not welcome back into this sport unless he come through the young blood. That's it. That's all. Real talks. Boxing Logic United says the young boys ain't bringing in the money yet. It's not about that. It's not about bringing in the money. It's about not allowing this dude to come back into your sport, getting comfortable and robbing the bank. It's not about that. You see, the thing is, one of the things I always give Jermell Charlo a lot of crap. I always call him Jermell B-side Charlo. But at the end of the day, you know, you got to give him props for he was one of the only boxers at the time when Floyd and Manny was talking about doing it. But last December, I want to say it was. He was the only dude that came out and was like, nah. Floyd, I'm right here, cousin. You got to see me. He was on social media. He was in interviews. He was letting it be known. Floyd, if you coming back to boxing, you need to come see me. We ain't thinking about Manny. You need to come see me. So you young boys need to step it up and don't let this old dude come back. And I understand he's Floyd. He's TBE, whatever the hell. Challenge him. Put him on Front Street. Floyd ain't too big for Front Street. Trust me on that one. Tell some stories about Floyd that you know. Embarrass him, humiliate him, go at him, go for the jugular. Don't be in awe of him. Oh, it's Floyd. The shoulder roll. Oh my God, the Mayweather family is back. TBE. Let's just sit back and order the $130 pay-per-view. Don't do it, young boys. Don't do it. You know, don't do it. Boxing Logic United says it is Floyd. I get it. It's Floyd. Floyd can be challenged. Floyd can be challenged, bro. We ain't gonna have it. But now I will say this, and I already talked about this slightly earlier on the video earlier. I don't really want to get much back into it, but you know, my deal is Floyd Mayweather. I don't know what he's trying to do. I don't see him fighting. You know what I mean? I don't see him fighting. What I do see him doing is just being a typical F boy. You already know, fuck boy. Y'all, I see him being a typical that, man. You know, because my thing is, what's the purpose of running out here saying that you don't like the fact that Manny Pacquiao is doing this and doing that on your name, yet you're in business with him? You have promoted his last 2 fights. You even said it yourself. You know, I beat you, then I signed you. Now I'm making all of this money off you. Of course, Manny responded like, I ain't never seen no check with Mayweather name on it. But now let's just keep it a buck. Mayweather just, you know, promoted your last 2 fights. Facts. He promoted the Bronner fight. He promoted the Thurman fight. He's getting paid off you. But how is Floyd out here running around here telling everybody that I don't want him associated with me, yet you in business with him, bro? That don't make no sense to me. See, you so full of fuckboyism that the fact of the matter that the fuckboyism is blinding your logic. You know what I mean? Because it's like you talking crap about your business partner. Y'all eating together right now. All Manny trying to do is get you back. Now, I don't want to see it, or a lot of people may not want to see it, allegedly. I'm sure people will still watch it. But at the end of the day, like, Manny ain't never really trashed you and all that. Like, what's the problem, bro? That's why I asked y'all in the video, like, what is Floyd's problem? You sitting back, you eating up. You were at ringside with Leonard, with that big head ass Leonard Ellaby right there beside you last time. You did, sitting there with your shades on, looking all trying to be slick. But at the end of the day, bro, we know who you are. You ain't got to come out and trash Manny. And when that's your business associate, that don't make no sense to me, bro. Don't make no sense. Don't make no sense. Ronnie Boy Fresh says, you see what Floyd did to Twitter Davis, so he don't give 2 craps about them welterweights. Nah, he don't care. But my deal is, it still can mean something. You know what I mean? Like, for them to sit back, I did a video a while back, and I said that the only reason, and I was at that time saying that the reason that Floyd and Manny feel so comfortable to come back, or Floyd feels so comfortable he can come back whenever he wants, because he knows that these dudes gonna fall in line. Ain't nobody challenging him. Ain't nobody letting him know that I'm the new blood. You dig? The torch, ain't nobody letting them know the torch is being passed or been passed. You know? I get it. Floyd has got all kind of mythical powers where he can, you know, be champion emeritus and diamond champion. Don't get me wrong. I get it. But at the end of the day, these young boys still should call out Floyd and let it be known that it's their sport now. If they just constantly let Floyd dip in boxing, still a quick 70, 80, 90 million, get out of boxing for a few years, then when boxing heat back up, we getting close to undisputed, the top fighters are fighting each other, Floyd swoops on back in and shuts it all down. It can't go like that, bruh. It can't go like that. And these young boys need to still let it be known. Nah, cousin. Nah, If y'all want to have y'all little exhibition, fine. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you need to be fighting me. I'm right here. They all need to be that way. Make Floyd look like he's avoiding. Real talk. Real talk. How Floyd is their boss, Slim. Man, Floyd ain't all their boss. Floyd ain't all their boss. No, sir. Why? Because he down with Al? No, I mean, because he down with Al. Al is the boss, technically. Al is the boss. I mean, I get it. I see what he's saying on Twitter. He the HNIC and all this extra jazz. No. He not the boss of all of them. Some of them got their own little things going. You did. Don't matter, man. Then what's wrong with challenging the boss? What are he gonna do? What are he gonna do? He gonna bench Earl Spence Jr.? He gonna shelf Earl Spence Jr.? Is that what he gonna do? Doubt it. Doubt it. What are you gonna do? He can't bench nobody. These are top-rated fighters, especially if you're a champion. You ain't benching nobody. Challenge him. What you got to lose? I don't be getting it with these new fighters, bro. That's one thing I respect about the old school fight. They ain't letting nobody coming into their sport talking about they this and that. I don't care who you are. They challenging you. Y'all let Floyd rob the bank if y'all want, man. All of these, no, Red Rock Davis says May Jr. is a total narcissist. I tell you, man. I tell you. Man. Ronnie Boy Fresh says he gonna shelf him. He can't, bro. How's Floyd gonna shelf Earl Spence Jr.? Really? He gonna shelf Earl Spence Jr. He gonna shelf Danny Garcia. He gonna shelf. He making shelf Sean Porter. I don't know. He might get shelf Sean Porter little ass, but he ain't shelfing no Earl. He ain't shelfing no Danny. He definitely ain't shelfing Terrence, and he definitely ain't. He ain't shelf. He can't shelf them dudes, bro. He can't do that, man. He can't do that. He definitely gonna shelf it, man. You see what happened to Collazo? Oh, bro. Oh, there, Luis. Who's checking for Luis? I ain't checking for no Luis Collazo. He's expendable as hell, cousin. Nah, man. I'm talking about an elite level fighter, man. Let them know that this is their sport now. All right, that's just how it goes, man. I hope he don't, man. It's no way he can't. He ain't got y'all talking about Floyd gonna shelf them, bro. Y'all better get hip and see who the money makers are. Floyd can't shelf a lot of these fighters, bro. He can't shelf Mikey Garcia. Man, please. You know what I'm saying? I'll let her see that trick. You can't shelf no Earl Spence Jr. No freaking way in hell. You know what I mean? Man, like I say, challenge that man. Challenge him. Shit, Adrian Bronner did it. Salute to him. He the only one that I seen really challenge Floyd straight to his face. Did Adrian Bronner get shelved? No, Adrian Bronner got hooked up with a pay-per-view fight. You know what I'm saying? He ain't get shelved. No, bro. You see, all that scared money don't make money, man. You better challenge Floyd out here. Stop playing, man. Challenge that man. Mikey signing with DAZN this week. Heard that. I heard that. Whatever, man. Mikey signing with DAZN to get the hell away from Lomachenko. Well, then again, Lomachenko, this is actually kind of good because Bob Arum is doing business with the DAZN fighters, right? So we already see we know we got Vasyl Lomachenko versus Luke Campbell coming up, right? And that's a DAZN fighter. So they swapping fighters. They swapping fighters constantly. They've been doing it all year long. So who knows? Maybe this actually does maybe bring us a little bit closer to a Mikey Garcia, Vasyl Lomachenko. Let's just use our imagination. Let's go to the land of make-believe for 1 second. If Vasyl Lomachenko defeats Teofimo Lopez defeats Richard Comey, Vasyl Lomachenko defeats Luke Campbell, they do an undisputed match. Bam. We get an undisputed champion. Bam. Does Mikey Garcia challenge that undisputed champion? It can happen. That's one of the good things about him going to DAZN. That technically can happen. We'll see. We'll see. Shane says, no one wants to see Floyd fight now. These young guys needs to beat fighters of their age and not a 42-year-old. But, dog, you can't have this 42-year-old thinking he can stomp around boxing, stealing all the money, taking all the momentum. Right when see, I remember the last time when he came out with Manny, that was around, I think that was Wilder Fury time, right? Wasn't it? See, Floyd, he's a master of these type things. He waits for the sport to get boiling hot. And then he swoops on in and take that shine and to get the hell out of boxing. These young fighters can't allow him to do it. Y'all, they can't do it, bro. I ain't. And people may say, well, man, what you got? I don't have nothing against Floyd. My thing with Floyd is this. It's simple, man. Floyd, like I said before, to me, he stopped being a boxer a long time ago. Before Andre Berto was the last fight that I really respected from Floyd Mayweather. The rest of it, that Conor McGregor, that what was the dude named Honda Nakatashi? You know what I'm saying? Like those fights, I mean, Floyd just making money. I ain't knocking the brother for getting his paper, but at the end of the day, don't come back into my sport when it's on fire. We don't need you coming back in here giving us another dud fight, you know what I mean, and killing the momentum of the sport. We don't need it. But if these young boys don't do anything, if they sit back and be all, man, we better respect the boss, man. We better not say nothing. With their head down and their mouths closed and their hands folded in their lap. If they do that, then, hey, it's free game then. If they don't challenge Floyd, let it is what it is. They don't challenge Manny and Floyd. They don't shut that down. They let it go forward. It is what it is. Guess what? We're going to watch it, period. It is what it is. Renee Box Young says, big man, you know what I think. I think May got jealous of Pac getting all of the mad attention and praise from the arena Saturday night, and everyone ignored Floyd while he was in the ring. You know how Floyd get when he don't get when he don't get that spotlight. He don't get that spotlight, Slim. He going in. He going in whoever got the spotlight, and he going to try to take it back away from them. Some people accuse him. This is the reason why he never put Tank out there properly, because he's afraid that Tank is going to surpass him or some type of weird stuff. Damn, people don't find it funny, man. Nobody signed with Floyd Mayweather. He had the crappiest stable in boxing. Nobody of a sound of elite talent wanted to really stick around with Mayweather. I never thought that Badu Jack was even happy in that stable. Man, Badu was always like, whenever he was around Floyd, he was always serious. It was never like a jokey, all love relationship. Devin Haney got low. They all got low. Shakur, he went down into the Olympics to try to get Shakur. Shakur ain't even entertain him. Shakur like, man, that man can't do nothing for me, man. He put me in there with a bunch of bums and try to get me build all this hype around me. And then, Shakur wasn't down for that. I'm rolling with Jay Prince. Ronnie Boy Fresh says, PBC don't have any 140 or 135 fighters. 140 and 135. 140. Damn, you're right. This is maybe the reason why Adrian Bronner, who always say meet me at 140, don't fight no 140 fighters, right? And 135, they don't. No, that's not their best divisions, man. You're right about that, Ronnie Boy Fresh. You're right about that, man. Rala said, I forgot about old Mikey. Yeah, man. Like Mikey can even jump in the mix. Like, nah, Floyd ain't shelving that dude, man. These dudes better call him out and shut this thing down before. I don't think it's gonna happen. Like I said before, I just think this is Floyd. I actually believe him when he says he has no interest in fighting. I actually believe him on that. I don't think he has no interest in fighting. But if he does, these young boys better make sure it don't happen. Or else you're gonna lose all of your momentum, and it's gonna go with Floyd Mayweather. Period. Renee Box Young says, I'm definitely on the same page with your main man about Floyd, man. All day. Shane says, Loma versus Campbell is Sky Sports and Fox Sports, and DAZN is not involved. No, but Campbell is a DAZN fighter. That's the point. They're swapping fighters. That's the point I'm trying to make. They swapping fighters from one side to the other. You know what I'm saying? They've done this in other instances as well. This is not the first time that these two have done business together. You know it. You know what I mean? They've been doing it all year. And it's always still a good sign to see Bob Arum doing business with that side of the fence. We can't get them barely to do any business with PBC, the small, minute business that they do together. But it's still good to see him and Eddie and all the rest of the guys over at DAZN or whoever working with Bob Arum and ESPN. And I'm shocked by it. I'm really shocked because, like I told y'all before, ESPN and DAZN want the same subscriber, the American boxing fan, to subscribe to it, and they actually do business together, and they're their biggest competitors. You know what I'm saying? So that's real interesting. Valadi says, Floyd is my favorite fighter, and I don't want to see him fight anymore. Geesh, hang it up. And shouldn't he be passing his knowledge along to Tank? Exactly. School Tank. Help Tank got a big fight. I'm gonna be in the building too. But Tank got a big fight coming. I mean, in his hometown. School Tank. Focus on Tank. Don't worry about what this. If you want to be involved in the new generation of fighters, if you ain't doing what Pacquiao doing, then coach them. Make them better. Pass on your knowledge. You know what I mean? That's what he need to be doing. I agree with that 120%. 120%. Naturally Strong says, word is a damn shame. Word is a damn shame. And that 40-year-old Manny had to fight 10-year younger fighter because some of these young fighters don't want to fight any top 3 champs. Shout out to Manny Pacquiao. I'm still in awe of that performance. 41-year-old throwing almost 700 punches. Get clocked with right hands and it just shake them off like nothing. We're going to move right along. Whatever, man. Ronnie Boy Fresh. Floyd run a Mickey Mouse operation plan. And simple. If Floyd ain't the main event, period. Yeah, man. That's sad to know, man. All the money in the world and still feel some kind of way because you're not the man no more. That's sad, man. Renee Brox Young, bro, man, I've been wanting to tell you that your intro beat to your videos is flaming hot. It's deep, yo. All day. I appreciate that, Mo. I made that right here, man. Made that right up in here, man, from scratch. You did. Appreciate that love, family. Ronnie Boy Fresh. Floyd don't like Twitter Tank. Floyd know he messed up and got in business with Tank. Tank won't be a TMT that much longer. You think when Tank contract ends, he gets out of there? Possibly. I don't like how he moving Tank. None of us do. I think Tank could have accomplished much more at this point. But, you know, and I'm talking not by pulling up 126-pound fighters, actually beating other fighters. I would have loved to see Tank versus Tevin Farmer when that fight was boiling hot. I would have loved to see that fight. You know, I would have loved to see that fight. Smitty Smith in the building. What's up, family? What's up, family? Why Mayweather keeping Tank on the shelf, trying to age out everybody? Tank is a great fighter. I mean, yeah, I like Tank, man. He's a good fighter. I just think I've already given this opinion before on this channel, and I'll give it one more time. I think Tank doesn't want to participate with the current generation of boxers. I think Tank wants to participate in the coming generation of boxers. The Ryan Garcias, the Shakur Stevensons, the Virgil Ortizes, the Teofimo Lopez's. He want to be involved with that class. He doesn't want to be involved in the class where he's fighting the current champions and the current, fighters that we've been talking about for the last few years. And I think that's Tank's thing. Tank is, I think honestly, Tank is instructing them in one way or another not to do certain fights. And he's saying that, because I've recalled Tank on many interviews saying that he wanted to do 3 fights in 1 year first, and he wanted a hometown fight first, and he wanted to do a lot of things first before he really stepped it up. He said these things out of his own mouth, and right around the time when him and Floyd was beefing, he was mad at the fact that Floyd was going to talk to other camps about making a fight without getting Tank's consent, and these were actually good fighters. He didn't care much for that. Tank wants to move slow, believe it or not. Maybe not this slow like they doing him, but he does want to move a little slow, and he wants to be part of the new gen. He wants to get in there with the Ryan Garcias. He wants to get in there with the Shakur Stevensons and the Devin Haney's of the world. You know what I mean? That's where he feels his class is at. That's the class he feels he belongs in. So when Terrence and Earl and Sean and Danny and all of them move on, that's where Tank will probably look to kind of move. He's still young, man. He got a lot of years to go. A lot of years to go. So that's what I think it is with Tank, man. Real talk. Real talk. Lala D says, as Mr. Russell said, Floyd is handling Tank like a fragile Amazon package, man. Yeah. Hey, Russell been wanting smoke. And I want to see that fight. The whole DMV want to see that fight. We all want to see that fight. Everybody. Except Devontae Tank Davis. See, that's what I'm saying. Tank is not going to jump in there willy-nilly with Gary Russell. That's a class Gary's been here. He's been here a long time. He's a well-established champion. He has a lot of experience. Tank doesn't want to let them go when they leave out of the sport. He wants to move into their spots and then take on the new gen. I'm telling y'all, man. I'm telling y'all. Why do you think Tank is always on Twitter, going at everybody on Twitter? And you notice look at who he goes at. He doesn't go at none of these established fighters. He doesn't do that. He doesn't do that. So that's why I'm saying, man, they doing a lot of hype around him right now, but Tank ain't gonna jump in there with no Lomachenko. Hell nah. You tripping. Tank ain't gonna take no chances like that. Tank ain't gonna just jump up to 135 all willy-nilly and take on no dudes up there. Nah, Tank ain't gonna see Gary. You know what I mean? Ain't gonna happen. And maybe even Tevin Farmer felt in that same class too. I don't know. Maybe that's why he didn't fight Tevin. We about to shut it down, fams. We about to shut it down. Ronnie Boy Fresh says Tank ain't a gym rat like Floyd, and Floyd don't like that. Yeah, Tank blows up between fights. He does put on a lot of weight, man. Yeah, man. Shane says Tank should do his own thing with Heyman. I agree. It takes him a little time. He got a little more time to do. I mean, his fan base is getting established. One thing you got to give Floyd credit for, he did get this boy a fan base. And Tank inherited that fan base faster than most because he was standing next to Floyd, truth be told. You know what I mean? But, it is what it is. But now he's at that point now where he has a fan base. Who knows what the future holds? Maybe that's what he'll do in the future. But they all got to crawl before they walk. They all got to crawl before they walk. Let's see. Renee Box Young says, kind of seems like Russell is being frozen out, man. We all know it. Russell already said it. He even jumped on Al Heyman for protecting Leo Santa Cruz. Leo Santa Cruz, don't think I forgot about you, cousin. You know what I mean? And the day that Leo Santa Cruz announces another fight other than Gary Russell Jr., I'm going in. I'm going all the way in. I'm so sick of Leo Santa Cruz, man. Real talk. So sick of Leo Santa Cruz ducking Gary Russell Jr. the way he's ducking him, man. Reminds me the same way he ducked Guillermo Regan Diao. Leo Santa Cruz ain't nothing but duck bait. He's DuckTales. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag DuckTales. You know what I mean? How with the duck? Leo the duck. Nothing but duck, man. You know what I mean? When he go to sleep and he wake up in the morning, he spit feathers out his mouth because he's DuckTales. You know what I mean? What up? Ronnie Boy Fresh says PBC is not putting money behind Russell Jr. That's why Russell wants to get up out of it, man. Hey, man, I wouldn't be surprised if Russell went over to the zone or whatever the case may be. I wouldn't be surprised, man. I don't think Gary got that many fights left in the sport, though. I truly don't. And this is why he's putting his foot on the gas, trying to get him a big fight. He can't get Leo. He can't get Gary. You know, he can't get none of them. Even Abner Mata. I think Abner Mata's Mike was willing to step up at once upon a time, but he can't even get him. None of them. Shakur Stevenson already made it known that I ain't going nowhere near Gary Russell Jr. He's taking on Oscar Valdez. We'll get into that fight soon. But he ain't going nowhere near Gary Russell Jr. And he already know it. King of the Reader says, DuckTales. DuckTales, fam. DuckTales. That's all he is. Scrooge McDuck. Freaking Leo Santa Cruz. I better not hear him announce now one fight that ain't Gary Russell Jr. I'm going in. Expect a vid ASAP. 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 And I'm going to leave it there, fight fans. Oh, Ronnie Boy says Gary wants that Burchell fight, but the WBC is playing hardball right now. That's sad how they doing my man Gary, man. All Gary ever did was won top fights. That's all he ever did. He got one good one in Vasil Lomachenko, another one in Johnny Gonzalez, and the rest of them are just playing DuckTales with him. Now everybody always like, oh, why he don't ever fight? Why we barely see Gary Russell Jr.? This is why. He ain't got no reason to be motivated, man. I feel him why he want to spend all this time with his family and help his little brothers out. I ain't mad at him for that because guess what? None of these dudes want to get in the ring with him. What did y'all expect? I mean, come on, man. I mean, I thought that they was going to make this thing happen. What was that this year, man? I truly did, man. Remember how they came out talking when they had all the fighters on stage and everything like that? I really thought that they were going to make that happen this year, but they didn't. They dropped the ball heavy with that, man. It's a sad day, man, but it is what it is. So I'm going to leave y'all with this. Dillian White, everything is on the line. We are watching here in America. We are watching closely because you jumped out there against our champion in Deontay Wilder. So we watching you, homie. We watching you. You best to pray. You got a damn good excuse tomorrow. Because right now your name is mud. I'm sure Wilder laughing at your dumb ass. I ain't even read Wilder's tweet. I heard Wilder put something on Twitter. I know Wilder's cracking up laughing at you right now, cousin. I know AJ laughing at you right now because you ran around here telling us Americans who had no clue about it that he was on testosterone and you juicing. So I'm going to leave you with this, bro. You better make sure you got a damn good excuse tomorrow. You better hope that that article was crap. You better hope that Thomas Hauser is just dragging your name through the mud. That's what you better hope, because if not, you're done. This is your second time popping, and you've accused other boxers of popping, but you're done. Your 600 days at #1 will be down the drain. You making your own path, avoiding this fighter, that fighter, fighting who you want to fight, when you want to fight, all that down the drain. You go back to scratch, wherever that may be. Scratch is right there beside Jarrell Mutant Miller. Y'all, like somebody said earlier, y'all fight each other, but you better have a damn good excuse, Mo. You better have a damn good excuse, because if you don't, here in America, your name is mud. UK, y'all may forgive him. Y'all rolling with him for a long time. Y'all may forgive him. We won't. Trust me on that one. So, fight fans, y'all go ahead and enjoy the rest of y'all week. Don't forget what I told y'all earlier, man. You got 2 days to the weekend. All right, 2 days. So when you go to work tomorrow and you pour that cup of coffee and your boss walk in and say, you know, why you got to pour such a big cup of coffee? You take that coffee, pull his shirt open, and you dump the coffee down his shirt and say, because I like coffee. Period. You know what I'm saying? It's in the next video, man. Main man made, man. Don't forget to subscribe to Twitter. If you didn't hit the thumbs up while you came in, hit it on the way out for me, man. I would much appreciate that, man. If you just seeing me for the first time and you never even seen me a day in your life, guess what? Subscribe, because we always keep it live. We keep it energetic. It's a family over here. It is a family. Salute to all of my family that slid through the night. Renee Box Young, La La D, Shane Cadillac Red, my main man. Ronnie Boy Fresh all day. King Garita all day. You know what I'm saying? Boxing Logic United all day. Smitty Smith all day. You know what I mean? Everybody, man. I hope I ain't leaving nobody out. Everybody who slid through. Much love to each and every one of y'all. We will keep on doing We Talking Boxing each and every Wednesday night as well as Sunday night. And yeah, man, keep on riding with me. We are not only a family, ladies and gentlemen. I know I don't show things, but we are a growing family. Believe me when I tell you. Much love to each and every one of y'all. Everybody who catch the playback, much love to y'all too. Don't forget, we almost to the weekend, and that supervisor can't tell you nothing, man. Until the next video. Peace out.